live from Los Angeles. Welcome to Good Morning LaLa Land. I'm Dr. ERIN.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jasmine Moyer. Good morning, LaLa Land. We are streaming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
There you go. And we've got a great show in store for you. If you want to learn the 10 detoxing and cleansing ways of pulling in your new year and getting rid of all the gunk from the holidays, you want to watch the show. We also have Dr. Drew, an interview with Tanya Memi and the Heal app. Super excited for that.
Love Dr. Drew.
And some other tips from us and from other people at Focus TV Network, our family here. It's going to be a great show.
Fantastic. I mean, I'm here.
That's right.
That in and of itself, no, totally not. You guys are here. You guys make the show. Absolutely.
So you guys like a little slow like I am? 2 days into the new year, I'm still feeling the gluten going through
Are you?
the blood.
Yeah, need that detox, huh? I'm starting to warm up. I feel like pretty good. Yeah, how you feeling?
Did your day start at 3 a.m., Rob?
It started at 3:45. Jumped out of bed like, yes, it's a great day. Not quite. Took a little bit.
Really?
It took a little time, but no, I felt great. I mean, I love getting up early once I'm up. You know, of course, when the alarm goes off, I'm like, really? But I always feel so much better going to the gym.
How long does it take you to actually wake up?
Yeah, I'd say like 10 minutes.
10
I'm
minutes?
pretty good in 10 minutes. In 15, I'm like really pretty coherent.
And in those 10 minutes, are you doing those daily affirmations you talk about?
No, I try to not do those. I mean, occasionally I will. Mostly for me, it's just connecting with the presence itself. So I call that's life source, or we could just call it source or God. I just try to enter into that space where there's just silence and just feel the energy and the life force through my body. I like that. That's what
The
I
girls
do.
out there are like, oh, I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, what's he talking about?
I want him.
Yeah, right.
I
don't know
want some
about
of that source. I don't know.
It sounds
receive that.
really
I don't know
good.
if that's
And how
true.
you feeling, Jess?
I am not feeling great. I started the new year very under the weather, which is the perfect reason for me to prioritize my self-care, which is one of my goals for 2018. So today on the show, we decided that I was going to use the Heal app for the very first time. A friend and member of the Focus TV family, Dr. Drew, who is recently on the latest issue of Focus magazine right here. He is a Heal app advisor, and what Heal is a house call doctor app.
Wow.
So I am going to download the app while Dr. Drew tells us more about Heal. Take a look.
Hey, Dr. Drew here, and I am on the Heal Advisory Board. I got involved with this organization because it's the answer to our healthcare problem. Listen to me. You go to urgent care, you go to emergency room, you are paying for all that equipment, all that infrastructure, you're wasting time, you're exposing yourself to sick people. All you got to do is go to heal.com or get the Heal app at heal.com, get that Heal app, and you can have a doctor wherever you are. It's $99 if you don't have insurance, though most insurances cover it. It's the most effective way to get the care you're looking for and the most cost efficient. $99 all in. That's it. And you get a board certified physician to show up wherever you are, your home, your work, whatever it is, 8A to 8P, 7 days a week, including holidays. And that board certified individual, that licensed professional, is going to just be paying attention to you and focusing on you and using his or her judgment to take care of your needs in that moment. Go to Heal. Check it out. You'll see what I'm saying.
I'm Michael Warmoth. I'm a board-certified pediatrician working for Heal.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rashonda Clemens. I'm a board-certified pediatrician.
Hi, my name is Dr. Magna Motiani, and I practice internal medicine.
Hi, my name is Dr. Talia Katibi. I'm a board-certified pediatrics.
Hi, my name is Dr. Wong. I'm a board-certified family practitioner.
I joined Heal because as a mother, I value the importance of practicality.
I joined Heal to bring patient care back to you, our patients.
I joined Heal to provide medical care on a different platform and to even the playing field for those who feel they don't have access.
I joined Heal was because I found out about the organization and thought it would be ideal to be able to practice medicine the way I was trained to practice medicine.
Patients love it. I get to spend more time with them, and that makes all the difference.
Heal offers comprehensive, compassionate medical care in the convenience of the family home, and patients seem so grateful to have us there.
Nice. So Dr. Drew, holy cow, we had him in here. We've had him multiple times, but he is incredible. I love the concept of having doctors come to your house on call. It's about time. Instead of having to go to the clinic or emergency room, obviously there's a time to go to the emergency room, but I mean, hello technology.
And $99.
Right?
It's amazing.
$99. The flat fee it's really good because I represent a lot of the audience out there who doesn't have access to good health care or health insurance for that matter. So the fact that I can dial up somebody on my phone and have them come to me for $99 actually makes me want to invest more because I'm not scared of how much it's going to cost me to look after myself,
Right.
you know?
So let's do this. So just to kind of recap what we're doing today, you guys, is we're talking about, cleansing, detoxing for the new year, everything from just getting your health and wellness right to a lot of us have been dealing with the flu. I was dealing with it majorly. And so what do? Do you just battle through the flu? Do you go to the doctor? And we just want to kind of say here that always you need to go to your doctor. We are not giving, medical advice here. We're just having a conscious conversation about
Absolutely.
this time of year.
And we are certainly seeking it. And so the app has made it so easy. I just downloaded the Heal app. Dr. Drew is one of the advisors. And it makes it as literally as simple as like calling for an Uber. There's a map, and all you do is I typed in the address here at Focus TV Studios, select my location, and put in my name, birth date, gender, etc., some specifics. And I selected a date and time. So they're available from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and they come as soon as 2 hours every day, which is really incredible.
Wow.
So I selected a time for just after the show. And I'm going to describe some of the symptoms, obviously, that I'm having right now. And it's really easy. You can select a service as far as whether you're sick or injured, you need an annual physical, a flu shot, other vaccines. And then they really, it seems like, select the appropriate physician, whether you need a pediatrician, internal medicine, et cetera. This is
It's incredible.
Amazing.
Healthcare on demand.
easiest doctor appointment. It's easier than calling some doctor and trying to make an
Right.
appointment.
Oh my
Last time
gosh.
I called my doctor in
a good point.
California, I told her my symptoms, and the desk told me, well, we can see you in 3 months.
Wow.
3 months.
Yeah. You're like, oh,
Holy
I'll be
cow.
healthy again by then.
Yeah, and I said, you've got to be kidding me. I'm experiencing this pain right now, and I'm very concerned. They're like, well, there's nothing we can do for you. You might want to go to the emergency room.
Wow.
Even if you go to urgent care, you're often wait for hours. I mean, hours and hours and
Right.
hours.
Mhm.
Hours
Yeah.
and hours and hours. Okay.
So now what? So you put in your
All
information.
I
you
did, I
download
put
the
in my
app.
information. I selected the time. They said they sent me an email. Let me do a little.
Just
check
giving a shout
that.
out also to Jason Shafton. I know that he oversees a lot of Heal app, incredible human being, and I know that so many people are loving this app. Also, Emily Raber, who knows about the app, she loves it as well. So many people out there.
Yeah, okay, I'm confirmed. What to expect? A licensed doctor and medical assistant will arrive at your location during the time window I've selected.
Wow.
And all that's required of me is to sign the consent forms. I've already paid the $99 flat fee right on my phone, just like Uber, so easy. And it says during the house call, they will be aided by a medical assistant, and the doctor is just going to ask me questions, run tests, and collect labs if appropriate.
Wow. And
Okay,
then
great.
And they can do the prescriptions and everything.
They can do the prescriptions and everything right
Wow.
there.
Wow.
Amazing. So we can
Great.
check out heal.com for that. And we're literally just doing this because we're not getting paid to represent Heal app. We just really feel authentically like what is important to people right now out there. And of course, getting in shape, getting detox, getting cleansing, and taking care of our health this time of year is so important.
There's
Absolutely.
nothing more important than health, right? I mean,
No.
without health, you can't really do anything.
But honestly, not having immediate access to good healthcare has really stifled me in my investment in that. I'm so excited that in just a matter of hours, somebody is going to be coming here to the studio and I can have an honest, open conversation and actually heal.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm so excited for that. Thank you.
What's incredible, Jess, is that you can be so sick and look so not sick.
Right.
You look so healthy.
thank
How
you.
does-
We pull it together.
That's incredible. You both do that. I'm like, how does this happen? I guess it's genetics and all kinds of other things, huh?
Good eye cream and some Pure Lee's BB cream,
that's
and
right.
then
Get
you're
the
camera
cleanses.
ready.
So we're going to take a little break. When we come back, we're going to talk about 10 cleanses. I found a few different healthcare articles and things like that, kind of talking about our own ways that we detox and cleanse, giving you guys some tips around that, and then we will have the interview with Dr. Drew and his story.
Great.
I'm sorry, but his story is so incredible. Do you guys know that? Because of course he had Celebrity Rehab, he's had
Love that show.
Loveline, all this stuff. Do you know that he worked for Loveline for 10 years?
That was one of my favorite shows, by the way.
Before he got
Really?
paid. Sorry.
Oh my gosh,
Before he
absolutely.
got paid.
Yeah.
Right?
Loved. Do you remember the question, the
Incredible. I
Q&A?
love the call-in.
Adam
What did you love about it?
Well, okay, so if you remember, it was Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew.
He's
and
hilarious.
Yes, Adam Carolla is hilarious. And he would sort of be just the average Joe that would just make comments that were funny and yet based on his
And-
experience.
Totally off the wall.
Off the wall. And then Dr. Drew was so serious and
Kind of like you
straightforward.
and I. Just
Yeah. It's kind of like that. Yeah.
Which one's the grounding out of
I
the three
know,
of us?
right? But I love that show. My gosh. And the great thing about that show too is you can get information because most people had questions that were even crazier than the questions you wanted to ask. So you can get the answers without like having to reveal yourself to a friend or a professional. I loved it.
Okay, so stay tuned, you guys. We're going to come back and talk about 10 ways of detoxing and cleansing for the new year. Good morning, LaLa Land. I'm Dr. ERIN.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jasmine Royer. Monday through Friday, we are going to be streaming to you live, Los Angeles.
America's first live streaming daily talk show.
At 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
And we have a sexy show for you today.
We have got Will, Leanne, and Gabe in the house. Let's go back there. Hi!
Talked to 4 beautiful, intelligent, conscious women. Clearly, I was miserable the entire time.
She has a TV show similar to your guys.
Ellen.
Yes!
Yes!
The little peck. Come on.
I feel so bad for Jess.
We're live for the people viewing.
For the people.
Wow!
MICKEYMOUSC Club Mickey Mouse on Good Morning LaLa Land.
We are streaming to you live Monday through Friday on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Happy holidays.
It's going to be a good
morning, LaLa Land.
5, 6, 7, 8. We are the Mouseketeers, and we proudly wear our ears. We mousin', we mousin', MICKEYMOUSC Club Mickey Mouse. Good morning, LaLa Land.
Live from Los Angeles, California. Welcome to Good Morning LaLa Land. Today's show is Transformation Tuesday, and we are talking about 10 detoxing and cleansing ways to take in your new year.
Yeah, a lot of detoxing to do, huh? After the holidays, I guess.
Nothing like out with the old and in with the new.
Literally,
Yeah.
right? So there's a few articles. One I found in particular called From Healthcare Technicians, and we want to reiterate that please always go see your doctor before you do any kind of detoxing or cleansing, just in case to, make sure that your health.
Use the Heal app.
Right?
It's timely enough.
Right?
It's timely
You
enough.
can always consult with Dr. Drew's advisors on Heal app. Yeah.
So what I find so interesting before we get into the list of 10 is that detoxing and cleansing used to be really woo-woo to Western medicine. And now, like Dr. Mercola, and then we also have many doctors are doing many different ways of detoxing, basically through sauna, through niacin, through obviously juice cleansing, all kinds of different ways.
You know, though, the word detox and cleanse is still very taboo to people who aren't necessarily in Los Angeles. So, in LaLa Land, detox and cleanse is like, every other week, right? Everybody's doing it.
It's true.
But when I go back home and I talk to my friends in Michigan, they're like, I don't really know about that.
Yeah, it seems a little out there.
Yeah,
It's
that's
funny-
so California.
Yeah, and it sounds like torture. I think most people think that it sounds kind of torturous, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, or
right?
they think it's only if you're an addict or something like that
Yes,
you have
exactly.
to detox, right?
Yeah.
And one of the common things people say, well, we have a natural ability, our body has a natural ability to detox or cleanse anyway, so why do we have to?
Exactly.
Right?
We were made to be able to filter everything that's going on. So why do we have to do the extra?
So one of the reasons, as many doctors will affirm, is that we are not designed to have as many chemicals, pesticides, toxins, fumes from cars, plastics, things in our body. Yeah, we're supposed to cleanse. Our body was not designed for this level of toxicity.
Wow, it's disturbing.
It's
so disturbing.
It's so disturbing. And you know what I recently just read was that our skin, being the largest organ in our body, is absorbing everything all day, every day. So all our soaps, shampoos, lotions, anything. And if you look at what's not in a lot of these like organic, all natural based products, petroleum, parabens, things that are linked directly to breast cancer in women, it's scary.
Right? Or the chemicals, the sweeteners we put in our drinks, or
the deodorants we wear,
the fluoride in our toothpaste.
I gotta go back into my library and pull up some "Don't Kill Myself" books. It's already happening. I'm feeling very depressed about this. What do I do about it?
Let's get
What do I
into
do?
the
What do I do?
10 things. Right, so there's infinite ways of cleansing and detoxing, right? And again, I'm not a traditional doctor, I'm a doctor of divinity, but I do teach that if we align with Mother Earth and universal laws, and knowing that our health is, they say that even 70% of disease is psychosomatic, right?
Wow, I believe that.
So what do you mean psychosomatic?
That means that it's coming from our emotions, coming from what's going on, that it's a byproduct, an effect of what's really going on.
They often say dis-ease, as in stress, like unease.
Yeah, stress.
Dis-ease, yeah.
Right? It's crazy.
Stress-induced.
Last time that I went and saw the doctor for that 3-month-long visit, I had this pain right here, and I was convinced. I was like, I have pancreatitis, or something is like wrong with my kidneys. I have this pain. I feel it in my back, and it went on for weeks and weeks, and it just got worse and worse and worse. I was so nauseous, and it was like keeping me up at night. And I go in, I get all the tests, and they're like, "You're stressed out, sweetheart. Like, calm down." And I was like, "What do you mean?" I felt like I had a disease. And they're like, that's literally stress manifesting itself as a like direct pain right here.
Right.
It's incredible the ways in which stress manifests in your body. Incredible. Like I've had my own situations like that where I was convinced it was something that was purely medical. It wasn't psychosomatic at all. And to go to like a neurologist or whatever, and then finally you have to go to so many doctors, they say exactly what the doctor said to you, like, just chill out, dude.
Yeah, nothing makes you feel crazier than like being told you're just stressed.
Totally.
Nothing's
Chill
wrong
out,
with you.
Totally.
Yeah, and I'm so grateful for my health. Don't get me wrong. I'm so glad I didn't have a serious problem. But oh my gosh, I felt so silly.
Okay, so let's get into the 10 ways. And there's many, many ways, but in this one article, we're going to read it. So the first one is a fat flush cleanse. And so supposedly this is all about basically eating really good fats, so it'll flush out, so your body will begin to flow and allow the other fats, because we basically store pesticides and chemicals and things all in the fat. Even drugs, if you've tried drugs or alcohol, all that memory is stored in the fat, so you want to flush out the fat, right?
Wow, so good fats.
Right, so and we have the link in here, so you'll find it in notes. You can look this up and get into more of the details of this. Second one is called an alkaline cleanse, and this is amazing. So our food is really acidic, so things like white flour, processed food, sugar, things like that are very acidic, and alkaline is like veggies, really good pure foods that help. It's like we're like a pool, and we need to keep a particular
It's
pH.
really important to manage
Muddy pool.
Yeah, especially as women, managing the pH in our bodies can be very tricky.
Sure.
And I'm like a huge believer in alkaline water. I love that. I always am drinking like 9.5.
Right? So you can look it up, Google alkaline diets, and you can see what's here. So it's really about getting the acid out. Even they say that, again, I'm not a traditional doctor, but they say that cancer can't live in an alkaline system.
Wow.
So if there's a lot of acid from stress or from processed food, you'll have health issues, right? So next, number 3 is, they say, a lemonade cleanse, and that comes from the master cleanse, right?
I know that one.
Right?
I know the
So
lemonade cleanse.
I couldn't do that. I'm not not eat and kind of eat just lemons and maple syrup and all that. Not my deal, but for many people that works.
Yeah.
I know people who just swear by it. A lot of actors, especially in La La Land, use this to really transform their bodies.
Oh, really?
They slim down very quickly, lose water weight, but it certainly can be very rough on your body.
Right?
It's so true. There were a lot of model friends of mine in Miami that swore by the lemonade diet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
lemonade cleanse.
I would probably be on my face because I have low
Yeah,
blood sugar.
it's me.
But
Yeah.
so number 4, and this is an interesting one. I don't think that we think about this that much. It's a parasite cleanse.
Parasite cleanse.
So we have so many things in our gut that we don't even know about, and you can take tests and find out.
terrifying.
Right? I know, right?
The pain in my stomach is coming back.
It's a parasite. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
So interesting, but
organism.
a lot of things, in India, I know that it's one of the primary things that they look at. And people think, well, we're in America, we must not have that. But I think they'd be surprised. So you can get tests for that and consult your doctor on that.
So
right?
for the parasite cleanse, you have to go to the doctor to get checked.
It's like
H. pylori,
there
that
are
kind of stuff?
natural things. There's natural herbs, but of course, always good to go get checked and make sure it's not something.
Is that the same thing as like a probiotic?
You need to do that with it, but I don't think that a probiotic will take care of parasites. But you definitely want to add.
So I would imagine it's like H. pylori, right? So I've been checked for H. pylori before, and I think they essentially give you antibiotics to kill whatever the parasite is, and then you need to take the probiotics in order to restore your system back to a healthy state.
Right, there's
Yeah,
a lot
it's a
to
whole
know,
thing.
but this is,
It's
I
a
know,
whole thing.
right?
It's a
Okay,
whole
and then next is they just call it the gentle cleanse, and this is, I don't know exactly, it's really just cleaning out your diet. I think. It's
That
really
one
just,
sounds nice.
That sounds
The
like
I can get up with that, yeah. I can get up with
just
that.
simple things
Yeah.
like eating decent
up my alley.
food, getting good exercise,
Yeah.
kind of things like that, right?
right.
And then number 7 is an ionizing foot bath cleanse. Have you done that?
No, I
Oh
certainly
my
have
gosh.
not. Have you?
Yes, I did that once, you guys. It was so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It was so interesting. So I went into the spa and they have this little foot bath similar to like when you go get a pedicure. And it was so relaxing. They had the music on and everything. And then she dropped a couple things in the water and I thought, I don't know what's going on. And then for an hour, my feet started to like tingle. And then the weirdest thing started happening in the water. It was like changing colors.
Yeah, like
it was
it's, like,
getting
black.
it was like getting black. And I thought, there's no way this is coming out of my feet. But apparently there's over 10,000 pores in your feet. And that's why it's so important to detox through your feet.
Wow.
So a lot of them at the spas in LA, we have Korean spas and foot massage places, and it's like an added thing. For $15 more, you can have a foot, cleanse or whatever. And I don't know if it's an hour. I think it's more like 15 minutes, but maybe a different one or whatever. I don't know. But it's amazing. It's like turns brown and black, and you're like, what is coming out
You know
of my
what
body?
the natural way to do that at home is, supposedly. Okay, so this is an old South American tradition, is you cut up raw red onion in thin slices, put it on the bottom of your feet, wrap your feet in saran wrap, and then put socks on and sleep with it. First of all, make sure you're sleeping alone. Not
Okay, she's not a doctor,
Yeah.
so don't try this at home.
If-
We don't know if this works or
no,
not.
but look it up because there's something that's very detoxifying and purifying about onions.
Wow.
And that's kind of this old wives' tale that came out of South America is sleep with them on the bottom of your feet.
I just want to see Rob. I want to see Rob at home.
Oh, are you kidding?
With his feet wrapped.
Oh man.
There's nothing
It's
more
enough.
And then he's later in bed with somebody, and they're like, it's just like onion.
That would be the challenge for me, is that I don't think I could get the smell of onions out of my nose forever after that. Like I remember once working at a movie theater and the smell of popcorn, I love the smell of popcorn, but after like, I don't know, a couple days, I
Right?
was so grossed out by popcorn for
my
like
gosh,
months.
hilarious.
I love the idea, but I don't know
Oh
if I
my
could pull it
gosh.
off.
Okay, so we
So
don't
great.
have much more time, but okay, so I want to just go through the last 3. Okay, so the next they call it the airplane cleanse. And this article is so amazing until they got to this, and I was like, really? The airplane cleanse?
What's that?
So they're like, basically eat a really good meal and then go and relax on the airplane. I'm all,
So we do that all the time.
maybe.
So I'm always doing the airplane.
And then number 9 is a 1-day juice cleanse. I know that Elissa Goodman, who we had on, has juicing and soup cleanses. And all
Yes,
kinds
I'm
of stuff.
signed up actually for the 3rd week of January to be a part of her 5-day soup and juice cleanse. I'm so excited about that. Elissa is a great lifestyle nutrition expert, and it's all about rebuilding the immune system, which I really need right now, and boosting energy and kick-starting and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. So I'm going to be a part of that.
One of the things I do when I'm kind of watching my intake of food, I do go to the pho places a lot here in Hollywood, and because you just say no, none of the noodles, but all of the protein and veggies and broth, and it's a really great meal with not a lot of calories and totally healthy.
Man, I know where to go when I'm sick. I'm gonna just hang out with you two.
It's all
Get
about
better.
broth these days. There's
I know.
places even on the west side, Rod, that have like bone broth on tap.
Yeah, there's a place right next to where I live that has the bone broth. When
Right.
my mom was here, I was.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I showed her. She's like,
And when
what?
we say bone broth, it's essentially like chicken stock, beef stock, veggie stock.
You can get veggie stock. but
Yeah.
yeah. So
Not
and then,
human stock.
And and then lastly,
People
number
think.
10, they talk about a spiritual cleanse,
Ah.
which we're,
I'm
that's
all
our
about.
real thing, right?
Yeah.
Because when you're spiritually connected, like Rob is,
That's
then,
right.
then everything flows. And you do, I think that you learn self-love and you naturally
That
want to
sounds
take care of
great. Where
yourself.
do I start? How do you do a spiritual cleanse? Is it like really like burning that white stage stick and saying a prayer, or I mean,
Well,
what do you do?
I mean, for them, they're joking around. They say, you know, rid your home of demons. But I think it's really about cleansing your life first, like getting rid of the stress, getting rid of the chaos, getting rid of the people that aren't really serving your
Yeah.
life, cleaning it out, simplifying, and hopefully getting into some meditation or something that's getting you connected.
I want to get more into that next week.
Next week.
On Transformation Tuesday, detoxifying my soul.
Little
Okay,
exorcism,
great.
little exorcism of the soul.
So do you want to
Sorry,
take?
I'm killing you.
Right? Are you okay? Oh no, she's gonna call. So do you want to take us out? Talk us about the interview. We have Tanya Memi, who interviewed Dr. Drew, and again, he's on Focus magazine, and we're going to be diving deep into how he got involved with the Heal app, his own personal journey of Love Line, and it's an incredible interview, you guys. You want to watch this one, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
This is Jack. His mother didn't save his childhood artwork.
She just threw it all away like it was garbage.
If only his mother had Archive.
Archive is the easiest and fastest way to chronologically store your child's art.
Snap a picture, tag it, and store it safely in our cloud.
Then share it with friends and family.
Even turn it into a calendar, mug, or your very own printed book.
Oh, you were going to make one yourself? Yeah, that's what his mom said.
Download the Archive app now and help us save art.
Archive, available now on the App Store.
Hey, Dr. Drew here, and I am on the HEAL Advisory Board. I got involved with this organization because it's the answer to our healthcare problem. Listen to me. You go to urgent care, you go to emergency room, you are paying for all that equipment, all that infrastructure, you're wasting time, you're exposing yourself to sick people. All you got to do is go to heal.com or get the HEAL app at heal.com, get that HEAL app, and you can have a doctor wherever you are. It's $99 if you don't have insurance, though most insurances cover it. It's the most effective way to get the care you're looking for and the most cost efficient. $99 all in. That's it. And you get a board certified physician to show up wherever you are, your home, your work, whatever it is, 8A to 8P, 7 days a week, including holidays. And that board certified individual, that licensed professional, is going to just be paying attention to you and focusing on you and using his or her judgment to take care of your needs in that moment. Go to HEAL. Check it out. You'll see what I'm saying. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Hi, this is Jennifer Eddy, and I'm here with Spa Girl Cocktails today. We're thrilled to be here with Empowerista and Girl Talk Network at UNITA and El Segundo to help support and empower women, the community. We have 2 flavors with Spa Girl Cocktails, Pear and Spa. Those are our signature cocktails. They're low-calorie and gluten-free, all natural, nothing added. You can find us at Bevmo and Total Wine in all of your communities. We're thrilled to be here with Focus Magazine today and their December issue.
Hello everyone, I'm Joyce Gerard, creator of the Joyce Miracle Elixir Collection, and I'm happy to say that it's the only collection out there that is not going to have any harsh chemicals, free of parabens, free of sulfates, free of sodium chloride, absolutely cruelty-free, because for me that is super important. And it's made right here in USA. And it's the only line that is going to deliver you the best antioxidants, vitamins, fatty acids, minerals, straight from Mother Nature. I've infused my entire line with buriti, maracuya, moringa, and argan. So you have the buriti, which is the tree of life. You have the argan, which is literally liquid gold. You have the maracuya, which is the richest source of vitamin C. And you have the moringa, which is the richest superfood in the world. So I've combined all these yummy ingredients from Mother Nature and delivered them straight to you, straight to your strands, straight to your face. In all my products, that's the base of it. And the most important thing is that everything is made with love right here at home in USA, straight for you.
And the reason they book me and keep me is because it's more than just training. It's just authentic. And so I think that's one thing I realized that I had my whole life was will. I'm so determined to get to where I want to go. I'm not going to let nothing stop me, not even myself. Right? And I try to tell my clients and people, it's all a mindset. You know, you got to really want it. I said, you can change anything, but before you change anything, you got to change it in your mind first. Just because I always say if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you.
I'm Eden Sassoon, and I own 2 Pilates studios, Eden by Eden Sassoon Pilates. And to be quite honest, I hate socks. But my girlfriend Sally just created a line, Mantra Socks. And to me, at Pilates, you cannot get on my machine without socks. But now, you can get on my machine with the intention. Today, I have Be Love. To me, that means a lot. But also, when you buy a pair of these socks, 1 pair gets donated to a homeless shelter. And that is something, that's really what matters, to be quite honest. It's not just about the sock. It's about the intention. It's about what you're giving back and how you're paying it forward. And so for that, Sally, I thank you. And I love Mantra Socks.
Hi guys, I'm Joyce Gerard and I support my beautiful friend Sally with her Mantra socks. Look how cute they are. Be Loved is my favorite. So go get them. Run and get them on Amazon.com.
Focus TV today in our West Hollywood studios. We're so honored to have the amazing Dr. Drew Pinsky. He's an internist and addiction specialist to the stars, as well as a best-selling author who has hosted countless shows such as Loveline, Celebrity Rehab on networks such as HLN, VH1, MTV, and he's also hosted many popular podcasts. To his credits as well, he's also an advisor to Heal, which is a doctor-on-demand service featured in the 5th anniversary issue of Focus magazine. What an intro!
Crazy.
Wow.
You mentioned MTV, and I just thought to myself, yeah, it's at the point now where I have been continuously on the MTV longer than Kurt Loder.
That's
it's official now. I've literally been on MTV continuously since 1996.
That is
weird.
I think that's pretty awesome, actually.
I guess so. It's in various incarnations, but now it's the teen mom thing.
I mean, you have done some amazing things and you're continuing to do even more, but I want to know, how did this all start? When you were a little boy, did you know you wanted to be a doctor? Did you know you're going to become who you are today?
No. Absolutely. I still don't know what you're talking about, who I am today. There's no blueprint for what I'm doing. It's just a giant exploration as far as I'm concerned.
Great.
But I was in medical school and people were starting to listen to K-Rock here locally. And K-Rock happened to be like right across the street from where I was living. And I knew people that were socializing with people at K-Rock. And a couple of the disc jockeys were doing this show in the middle of the night where they were talking to young people about their relationships. But it was supposed to be a community service show. It was supposed to satisfy the community service hours for the FCC. And somebody, when they were trying to figure out how to do that, somebody went, Pinsky's in medical school, maybe he can come in and say something that'll make it, they didn't know what they were doing. Anyway.
About anything? About medical school?
The first call I got was, we'll have you do a segment called Ask a Surgeon. It'll be hysterical. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, I came up there. I remember the first time I came with my gynecology, infectious disease textbooks. I was totally freaked out. But I was blown away by what was being asked in the middle of the night in 1983. And the thought bubble over my head was, oh my God, you don't know about this thing that's coming. We were just starting to call AIDS.
Right.
They had nobody talking to young people about it. I thought, I got to keep talking about this. So, and it was one night a week, and I came in middle of the night, midnight to 3 a.m. on Sunday
the phone
night.
must have just been ringing.
It was the middle of the night. It was just getting some action. It was sort of a place, where people could kind of gather away from their parents.
Yeah.
And I was like using, we had talked about condom use long before the term safe sex was invented. We didn't have HIV yet. We had HT. We had no causative agent when I was first talking about it, and then you had HTLV3. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
And HIV, and then now we know the syndrome as we do.
Yeah.
But and then it went from 1 night a week to 5 nights a week. I did it for 10 years thinking I was just doing something fun and interesting. And
So that show lasted 10 years.
Well, that show was Loveline. That was in
Yes, it
1983.
ended up becoming.
No, it was Loveline.
It was
from the beginning.
Loveline. Oh, wow.
And it had different formats to it over the years. It was a different show, but its name was Loveline from the beginning. And I thought I was just in community service. I'd go in 1 night a week and do this thing. And it was fun. I met interesting people, and it was different.
And then it grew into this whole.
And then it went to 5 nights a week, and then it got syndicated. Then these TV producers showed up, and I'm like, well, what is that? I don't know. What's TV? How does that work? Sounds interesting. And so I was always just like, door open up and go, okay, let's see if we can do something good with this. And then it really became an important. I really started seeing the potential of what television and radio could do. I mean, radio to me, it had such a negative impact on young people's health. That certainly could maybe make equally a positive impact. And TV certainly is a juggernaut. And I started really kind of paying attention to, using television to do good, using radio to do good, to make positive change in one direction or another, one way or another. And but it really wasn't until about 2010 that I looked in the mirror and went, I think you're on to your second career officially.
Definitely.
Not
Yes.
definitely, because it was always just, hey, leave me alone to practice medicine. I'll do this, like Loveline we did on Friday afternoon and Saturday afternoon, the MTV TV show.
Yeah.
We did that's it. We'd filmed 6 or 8 shows those 2 days, and leave me alone, I'm practicing medicine the rest of the week.
And what was it like? I mean, being on television and practicing medicine, and then being on TV and balancing it all.
Well, balancing, it continues to be a little bit of a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
I kind of enjoy that. I don't like doing the same thing every day. So having everything different and always doing something new and different is great for me. It was a little difficult when I was deep into workaholism with medicine. I was doing an outpatient medical practice, an inpatient and intensive care medical practice, medical care of psychiatric patients, and addiction medicine. I had 4 different crazy things going on. I, over many years, whittled that down to just doing outpatient medicine now, and that's quite manageable. And I can pay attention to this other thing, this television and radio thing, and try to develop some stuff that really hopefully makes a difference.
Well, I mean, you have made a huge difference. And I mean, and then all of a sudden, 3 kids come into the picture.
Well, all of a sudden, that they were part of that evolution I was just describing, in that the 10 years of doing it once a week, I thought as community service was unpaid. And
you didn't get paid?
No.
You did that for 10 years, you didn't get paid?
I thought I was doing community service. I thought it was interesting and different, and who gets to do this? It's very interesting. And it was literally the same week they decided to put the show on 5 nights a week.
Yeah.
Was the same week my wife got pregnant with triplets, and she goes, look, if you go out of the home every night, that's a job. So you get paid for that. I mean, she was the one that sent me in and asked to get paid for it.
So you were still going 5 nights a week and still not getting paid?
It all came together at the same time.
And then, and then it started to work.
And then that kind of worked, then it got syndicated, and then just one thing after. It's always been just an exploration. It's still an exploration. It's just an exploration I'm taking focusing on a little more right now.
I like that you look at it that way.
So
That's
like
pretty
2010, like I said, that's when I really went, I was doing Lifetime during the day. I was doing HLN at the same time. we were doing celebrity rehab at that time. Still doing Loveline at night. I was like, okay, officially, this is ridiculous. You're officially doing the television. Officially,
I would say
and
yes.
I thought, okay, I got to admit that to myself. So now I've been really kind of paying attention to it and developing some things. So we'll see.
So out of all the shows that you were doing, and I know you've done so much, what really calls to your passion? Like, which one was your favorite show that you have done or you are doing?
I really, I was a lot younger then, but I really enjoyed when we were doing Loveline back in the early mid-90s because it worked and it was doing what it was supposed to do, and it was this place for young people to gather. It just was really kind of a lightning in the bottle for a couple of years there. Then Celebrity Rehab, which was difficult, I mean, in a lot of ways, but it did what I wanted it to do, which was to bring, addiction and treatment up into, the awareness of it. It really happened because, somebody approached me and I was like, well, that's a great idea. I'd love to put that on TV, but it'll never happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of went into hiding. And then Bob Forrest came in my office one day. I was about this far away from me, and he goes, we got to do a TV show where we show the hard work. We treat all these celebrities, and the press treats them like they're on some spa vacation. They are sick. They're working hard. We need to do a TV show that shows that. I went, Jesus, amazing. Funny you would say that. Somebody's approached me. I said, the guy with the hat and the glasses, Bob Forrest.
Yep.
We were, that's my team. We were working together for years that I brought over to the show. And he goes, we got to do it. And I said, all right. Funny you would say so. Somebody's approached me. So I guess if your instinct is it's really going to do it, it'd be a good purpose. I'll keep moving forward.
Have you ever been in a situation doing one of your rehab shows where you're just, I mean, the case is just so heart-wrenchingly difficult, and there's a moment where you're like,
rehab shows, always.
Yeah, always.
What I got upset with that you didn't see on camera was there was a procedure whereby people were screened to be on the show, and I kept saying, look, I determine whether they're appropriate for me to treat them.
Yeah, I would think that you'd be a part of that.
Not for
course,
the psychologist that does a screening instrument to determine whether they can stand or tolerate standing around for a while on a reality set. That's not what this is. This is a treatment environment. I'll decide. And they would send me people that were so sick that like really were like, I mean, almost hopeless, and then people we could have treated, they turned away. I get very angry with that.
Yeah.
And
so you weren't a part of the process, the screening process.
They would come to me and go, "Are you willing to treat this patient?"
Right.
And based on how they present it and screened it, I'm willing. But the psychology, the process of screening for reality television, is not suited to. It was all messed up, and I was very angry about it a lot of times.
Yeah.
I also was angry about what reality sets and producers and stuff do. They can't mess with people that are sick. And it got so problematic on the set that in the later seasons, people were not allowed to make eye contact with me. They were not allowed to speak to me. I'm taking care of patients. You can ask me, doctor, how's the patient doing?
Yeah, you need to focus.
How long is this going to take?
Yeah.
How much is it going to cost? What's the aftercare plan? What's the family therapy? And that's it. You ask me one other thing, I'm walking the hell off the set. I swear to God, these people are sick, and you got to let me take care of them.
They did. Gotta let you do your thing.
They did.
Nice.
And I always said, like, don't worry about your TV show. There'll be plenty of television. Trust me.
Yes.
Just let us take care of the patients.
Yeah, I like that attitude very much. You can't do what you need to do. But okay, so moving forward, I know your podcast with Adam Carolla. You must.
So I still see Adam and he and I still do a podcast.
Fun together.
We do. You've heard them?
Yeah, some of them.
Some of them. I'm not sure if I qualify that all as fun, but I do a podcast by myself. I do a podcast with Bob Forrest called You Live. I do one with Bruce Heischober called.
You have about 6 going on right now, right? You have 6, yeah.
And one with Mike Catherwood, and so podcasting is a great medium. It's just
you get to be you. You get to say what you want.
Have
you
long
get to
form conversations and hang out, and people like hanging out with people and hearing their thoughts and things. And it's really, in a weird way, it's intimate the way radio is intimate. You know, it's just but it's a different kind of a relationship. Radio is immediate and it's intense and it's almost a one-to-one kind of a conversation. You know, somebody's listening and I'm broadcasting.
Of course, yeah.
This is hanging out together. I love listening to podcasts too. So.
And you guys seem to have a really awesome chemistry, which is great too.
It's the same one we had since they threw us in a room together.
Yeah, how long has it been on now? Your podcast with Adam? It's been it's been years.
Long time.
That's amazing.
But they threw us in a room together in 1995.
Right.
We'd never met. And they were going to film a television pilot for the TV show Loveline. And they go, you guys work out your relationship. We'll start filming in an hour. And that relationship is the same relationship we have now. So
nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to, I did a little research on you because, you're so well known as it is, but I heard that you're also a professional opera singer. Is that
not professional? a dilettante opera singer.
You can sing opera?
My son's a real musician, and I'm even distancing myself from that even further. But I can produce sound that is adequate for certain, almost not even.
So you never sing anymore? I'm not going to ask you to sing.
No,
it's okay. But you never ever.
Yes, I sing the national anthem at sports events for the Kings and the Dodgers and stuff. It's fun.
Do you get nervous?
The Kings is a little intense. Dodger Stadium's great because you have your back to the audience. You look out in the outfield. Yeah. It's just you and oh crap! I can't remember the name of the organist. It's got a German name.
Anybody know? Anybody know?
The organist for the Kings and the Dodgers. Anyway, he's the same guy in the Kings too.
I would be so nervous.
Dieter.
Yes.
And the Kings, though, you think about how a King games start. Both teams going around in circles at about 85 miles an hour.
Yeah.
The referee's doing the whole rink about 85 miles an hour. Lasers and spotlights going along. The horns going off, and then it all stops, and the spotlight comes on you. That is scary.
Yeah, I would think so.
It's intense, and the Staples Center is such that you can practically feel people breathing on you. So, and the first time we did it, I loved it because people were like, "Boo! What do you think? Yeah, we're gonna have another Roseanne thing," but I can sing, and they were like, and the place just went
They-
silent. I thought,
Honestly,
"Oh
you
my
must
God,
shock
oh my
people.
God,
Because even though you have sung in public that many times, I would still think that there's so many people that don't know that
yeah,
about
it's
you.
still
So I thought that
I
was
love
kind
the
of cool.
bait and switch. That's always fun.
Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about your latest endeavor, Heal. I want to hear all
It's
about it,
great.
how it started.
No, I just got presented. A friend of mine presented me to Nick and Renee, who are the brains behind this thing, and I immediately. There's certain things I know are going to work.
This is a perfect match for you.
A perfect match.
Perfect.
I knew Loveline was going to have a good impact on people, but I know that people listen and see, particularly adolescents, the experience of other people, and that teaches them, not me in a box, but hearing cases. I knew that Teen Mom would work, take brains down, and I know that Heal will work. Heal is the most effective way to get healthcare to everybody. Gets it to you in your home inexpensively, just one-on-one with the doctor, not paying for all the infrastructure of the
So you have your
hospital.
website, you have the Heal app, so I can literally go on my app
You
and
go-
call
you have
for
somebody
any
come
kind
to
of a
you right
physician.
Right now, $99.
Me or for my 6-year-old daughter.
All in.
99?
If you don't have insurance, and if you have insurance, it's essentially covered by most insurances. It's ridiculous because insurance don't want to pay for all the infrastructure of an emergency room or an urgent care center because you don't need it.
Right.
You need a very qualified physician, and you've met some of these people. They're extremely well qualified. So.
Yeah. No, they're incredible. I actually met a bunch of them today too, and I
Yes,
was
they're
very, very
amazing.
impressed.
Renee hand selects everybody. I mean, that was
Yeah.
the thing that I knew the idea was good, but I then saw what Renee was doing in terms of the quality of personnel that she was getting involved.
Yeah.
That's it.
Definitely. And they're all passionate about it too, and they
Yes.
want to help. They want to be a part of this
primary
network.
care providers, and we know the importance of that. So.
And so what's the reach for Heal? You're in California.
California,
and...
DC, it's coming in a few other places very soon.
Okay, very nice. So eventually you're going to be all over.
Well, that'd be nice.
Hopefully, America.
That would save our healthcare dollars on the orders of billions.
Okay.
Literally. Having people go to the emergency room that don't need to go is one of the biggest drains on our healthcare system, and it's causing it to implode.
Because people just go because they cut their thumb or they
Right,
just,
so
it does nothing.
you have armies of people waiting for care.
Right.
That increases the number of personnel, the amount of equipment, and the amount of services you have to provide in an emergency room, which is an extremely expensive place to provide healthcare.
So how would you say now that technology is changing the medical world? Because I know it's just really making a very big difference.
Yeah, technology, of course, has always had a huge impact on medicine, and it's funny you would ask that question because this morning I was thinking to myself, God, it's hard to predict how much more technology is going to affect medicine, and I started wondering if it was going to slow down or speed up, and so much of the hardware of technology is not making that much difference in reality. But the biotechnology is going to be massive. Genomic medicine is going to be massive, and when we really get that nailed down, it's really you're not going to think about it as technology so much, but it is a biological technology.
Do you think it'll happen in my lifetime? I hope so.
Oh, for sure. We're on the verge of it.
Oh, wow.
I also am involved with something called the Prostate Cancer Foundation. I'm very deeply involved with that. I just did a campaign called Save the Males. If you go to
Yes, my father had it, so I was directly affected.
I have it too.
Yeah.
And SaveTheMales.org, me and Rob Riggles and Dax Shepard, we've been doing this big campaign to try to raise awareness about screening and about how treatable everything is.
Yeah.
I'm thoroughly treated and I'm fine.
Because it still seems like one of those taboo topics that for some people are very...
1 in 8 men get prostate cancer. 100% of men at 100 have prostate cancer. That's how common it is. And it's going to be curable within 5 years.
Yeah.
Curable.
Wow.
I mean, in all cases. It's really going fast. And it's leading the way into other cancers, too. People don't realize this. Stuff you read about Jimmy Carter living forever with his melanoma, that's us. That's research we did. Nice. The T-cell technologies, where you take killer cells out of the body, reframe them biologically, and put them back in to go kill cancers, that's what we're doing.
I mean, how does it feel to just know that you're saving lives?
Well, I don't think about it that way. I guess it's just exciting to be a part of the solution.
And something good.
It's something
so
good. It's something
giving
good.
back.
No,
and
it's something good. That's right. It's being a part of something good.
Yeah.
Whether it's trying to help people with their spiritual lives, their mental health lives, addictions, or pushing the frontiers of cancer. That's all being part of something good.
Yeah.
And I really feel like this is kind of a negative time we've been in, and it becomes
interesting times.
Interesting, but it feels
you're
negative,
right.
and it makes me even more committed to the idea that some new synthesis needs to come out of this.
Yeah.
That is good. That pushes us all in a better direction. So I'm trying to stay focused on that.
Well, thank you so much for coming to the Focus TV studios in Hollywood, and we're so happy to have you here. And just keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks,
You're
Dan.
incredible, and I support Heal. If you want to learn more about Heal, it's the website is getheal.com. Is it the website?
I thought it was heal.com.
Oh, is it heal.com?
heal.com. I think it's heal.com.
HEAL.com.
Now it's heal.com.
Okay, heal. Go to heal.com to learn more information, and we'll see you next time.
Live back here in Los Angeles, California at Good Morning LaLa Land. What a great interview.
Love Dr. Drew.
I love
Yeah.
him. He's
Yeah.
just a wealth of wisdom, right?
He's phenomenal. I mean, I loved him at Loveline, and I really love him now. He's just gotten better and better over the years.
At Loveline.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
really incredible what he's doing with his platform, not only as an entertainer, as a host, but as a doctor. You know, he was featured in this issue, the wellness issue of Focus magazine. Is also an advisor on the Heal app, which I've just downloaded on the show. And I'm so excited because a doctor is on the way since I'm a little under the weather. But he's really using it as a way of making health accessible and really having a highlight on the conversation of health and wellness. Not something that's just talked about between you and your doctor, but talked about in the community.
Yeah, that's the great thing about Dr. Drew. So many great things, but one of the great things that you just sort of highlighted there, Jez, is that he's so authentic. You know, and he's so focused on genuinely helping people live healtable lives. So I love
So
it.
true. And, you know, knowing as a doctor of divinity, we teach truth. And the truth is that there's always, we call it perfect health. And I think I've talked about this before, thinking, how can there be perfect health? There's people with cancer, there's people with, you know, all types of disease. And the reality is that the divine signs, the symptoms, if you will, are the outpicturing of what's happening in consciousness, not just from the individual, but from the culture and from what's going on the planet. Because we're all, it's one thing, there's one thing going on here. So it's important to take a look at my life. I've looked and gone, when I'm not feeling well, what is that? Is that something that I'm really doing within myself? Am I getting stressed? Am I not eating well? Am I not whatever? Or say it's a flu and you go, well, I didn't choose this. But clearly, sometimes I think that we think the flu is always bad. Is it always bad? You know, maybe it's upgrading our system to have stronger immunity to deal with the environment, right?
At least that's a big I certainly didn't choose
chose
this.
It's all your fault, right?
I certainly did not choose it, but I am looking to make a positive spin on it. Like I said, you know, prioritizing my self-care and taking time to look after my own needs is one of my resolutions for this year. And I think the universe certainly put me in check, so I was in a position to do so.
It's interesting. I love the way you put that, Jessalyn, and I love what you have to say, ERIN, about that. You know, part of my experience is sort of both, where I've had experiences of being really unhealthy or sick, and later I've looked back and realized that I was running myself into the ground, or I was really wanting to get out of a job, or I was wanting to get out of a relationship, or I wanted to get more love from people. And it was, for me, working maybe at a subconscious level. And I do see the ways in which that sickness allowed me to accomplish these other things, like love, or like some time off from work, or like a slower lifestyle. And while I would never have chosen, consciously or intentionally, that sickness or that disease, I do see the value that it had in allowing me to meet some of these deeper needs that I had. And so I think sometimes when we talk about, you know, sort of the outpicturing, I think that's also a way of seeing it, that it's really an opportunity for us to have some of our deeper needs met in a way that's more convenient for us. Because look, if you're sick, and so most people aren't going to blame you for being sick, and they shouldn't.
No,
right?
but that makes being sick sound so good, right?
Go get some chicken soup,
Yeah, it's a kind of-
relax. Everyone has to take care of you,
Absolutely.
dog you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We had Dr. DeVosselin a couple weeks ago, and you remember, and she does something really fantastic with her kids. She's got 2 beautiful girls, and one of the things she does is when they get sick, she tends to their needs and she gives them love, but she's careful not to reward them for being sick. You know, often what happens is you get just inundated with love in a way, and when you're very young, that can sort of lead you to grow up in a way where you get sick in order to get love.
Completely.
You know, and so I thought that it was great that she highlighted the, you know, subtleties around
Ooh.
that. Yeah, you gotta
It's
be
a big
careful.
one.
It is a
and
big
people
one.
are like, what do you mean? And then you start thinking about it, you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
that's heavy.
Yes.
That's deep. That's how
Yeah.
powerful we are.
Yes.
Right?
I mean, everybody's kind of got that friend that's continuously sick, right? That explains a lot. I hate to be that person.
Yeah,
Right?
you're not that person. That's a good thing.
So cleansing and detoxing, like this used to be a part of culture. It used to be part of our indigenous ways. People, they'd get together and they'd have sweat lodges as, you know, the ancestral, I always said, indigenous ways. It was a big part of things. Also, in most areas of the world, they do cleanses and detoxes. It's part of religions. A lot of religions have detoxing, fasting times, whatever. And it's just become something that we just don't do in America.
Yeah.
Well, we do core power yoga at 110 degrees. A little sprinkle of holy water
That's
at
true.
Christmas Mass.
Right?
That's about it.
Oh my gosh. I saw a stand-up act at some point. I'm trying to think who it was. It was either Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle. And he had this, it was hilarious. He basically said, here's how you know you're like in a like developed country. Like here's how you know. He said, because you think of fasting like that for you is a privilege. Like it's because if like you're in any other country in the world, it's a developing country, fasting isn't something that's even on your radar because every day you're fasting unintentionally.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah.
I remember just seeing Dave Chappelle, he was talking about The Secret and like manifesting, sitting there manifesting. He goes, this is the stupidest stuff I've ever heard in my entire life. Like they're gonna be sitting there in Africa, some, whatever, broke person on the street, like, let me sit here and think about money coming to me.
Like manna's gonna fall down from the sky, rain down from the sky.
Such a misinterpretation of what the true law of attraction is, that some of the aspect of that in the documentary was really misrepresented.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, and it's easy to get, it's funny for me, and I think for all of us, because it's easy to make fun of the spiritual stuff in so many ways, because if you take it out of context, it sounds so ridiculous.
Right.
Like I'm just gonna visualize something, it's gonna show up, or I'm gonna pray,
Yeah, but sometimes it's funny. I'm not trying to make fun of it, but I am trying to take light of it because it does seem kind of far-fetched. I remember even sending you a text, Rob, and I was like, well, I don't know about this, but I think I freestyled with the Holy Spirit. Like,
that was a great text. I saved that text.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But then Rob was like, oh, if it's not resonating with you, and you're like, he was like, it's okay. And I was like, no, I wasn't trying to be mean. I was just like trying to make light of it. It's like it's pretty heavy, It can be anyway.
It is, and also, one of the things for me, because I feel very much the way you do now, Jess, and I felt that way for a long time. And one of the ways that I got more comfortable and familiar with it that worked best for me was science. So like that's part of the reason I went to do that program at Penn, was because I was like, there is some kind of correlation here between me feeling good and me taking all these other actions, or me feeling good and all these wonderful life circumstances like turning around. And I discovered that there's a science behind there too. And we can use spiritual words to describe that relationship, or we can use scientific words to describe that relationship. But there's a ton of evidence that when you feel better, your life goes better.
Yeah.
Right. And it's good. I think it's good to have both the science and truth and axioms. People are like, what do you mean the universe and the law and all this stuff? Like, well, these are kind of like axioms. They're the physics of life and how we have a cause and effect. And our disease or our feeling, gaining weight or feeling sluggish or having disease or having the flu, these are the effect of what's going on with how we are flowing with the universe, how we're in alignment with Mother Nature, how we're in alignment with our stress. And we know that like I think it's 90% of the reason why people go to doctors is stress related.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Like 90%.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, stress is insanely.
And they say that your body can't heal at the same time it's stressed. It has to have no stress to be able to rejuvenate. Like if you just thought of that, like you have to rest. Your body has to rest. It's the only way it can
what
heal.
about the person who feels like stress is normal? Stress is a part of their everyday life.
Yeah, so the stress will continue to increase until they get to either a place where life forces them to slow down, take stock of their life, or they'll just continue just ramping up. So like sometimes it's a tongue-in-cheek joke. It's half of a joke. But folks will say, well, I've got this partner, I've got this friend, and I don't know what to do about them. They seem to keep subjecting themselves to the same self-sabotaging behavior, or they keep just adding more and more stress to their lives, and they don't want to do anything about it. They feel like it's normal. And I always say, well, just give it time. In time, they'll suffer more and more and more, and then eventually you get to a place where you're done with the suffering and you give it up. And so largely, I thought, like I said before, I thought I was in the people changing game when I got into psychology and spirituality, and I realized I'm not. I'm in the
the universe will do it for you either way.
You don't have to worry about it.
It or not.
Yes, no matter what, in the end, it all works out. And if it doesn't work out yet,
or it doesn't, and it kills you.
But do you die? Can you ever die?
Yeah, so that's the greater question.
Oh my God, that's too much for a Tuesday.
How deep do you want to go,
Yeah,
right? So if you think of all of life as just designed for us to experience our consciousness, for us to awaken, then you go, oh, so there really is only perfect health because we can't be touched. We can't be really affected by this life. We're really just experiencing the cause of what we're choosing for our health and the experience of that.
So the question there, which I just love, the question there is, who who am I really? Like, I know, but think about it for a second. For one hot second, think about who am I really? Like, what am I really? Am I a body? Your body changes through your whole life. How can you be a body? You've got to be something beyond a body, or, bigger. There's something else besides a body that defines who you are.
I love you.
Right? Isn't it true?
Sure, I'm a body, I'm a mind, I'm a spirit, I'm a soul.
Or do you have a
all
body?
in this body.
Are you a body, or do you have a body?
I have a 6-foot body right here.
Yeah, you have, right. You have. You are not a body, you have a body. The same way that you cut off your arm.
Okay, now I see what you're saying.
It's
I
a
am
totally
not
different
this,
thing.
I have this.
Yes,
right?
you have a body.
Got
The same way
it.
that you have shoes, you have skin, you have a body, but you are not a body. That's a very different kind of relationship that you then have, because then your body can get sick and things can happen. But to you, depending on how you define that, can anything really destroy who you are deep inside?
So we're going really deep. Now it's no longer
Too far. We've gone too far.
Now it's deep thoughts Tuesday. No, honestly, it's been an epic day, you guys. We have to wrap it up. But tomorrow, we've got Wealth Wednesday. We've got Wednesday Wisdom. We've got leadership, career, money. I like Wednesday because I like it's fun. It's a fun thing to play. This
That's
game
how you do
of,
like it.
right?
Yes.
So you guys, so excited about today. Amazing, Dr. Drew, Heal App, all the good thing. We have so many people at Focus TV that are incredible in the wellness and health arena. So tomorrow, please join us at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And we're going to be having all kinds of things around Wealth Wednesday. And Jez,
we'll see how I
check
do
in with
with
you.
the Heal app.
Yes.
Yes, we're going to follow up. Thank you so much for making that a possibility.
Send all your good juju right to Jess.
Oh, thanks,
Please
guys.
do.
prayers. Yeah. So have a great day, you guys.
It's going to be a good morning, La La Land.